Alright, let's continue reading from the point that we have left last time. The book that we are reading is the Letters, and this is from the Risale-i Nur collection, a kind of tafsir of Quran. And the writer of the book is Bediüzzaman Said Nursi, an Islamic scholar from Turkey. The specific part that we are reading is about the miracles of Muhammad concerning the unseen. According to an authentic narration, Abbas was captured by the companions in the Battle of Badr. When he was asked for ransom, he said he did not have money. God's messenger said to him, "You and your wife Fadl hid that much money in such and such a place." He gave the exact amount. Abbas confirmed this, saying, "This was a secret known by only the two of us," and became a Muslim. Abbas is the uncle of Prophet actually, and this is the story how he became a Muslim. You know, after the battle, after fighting against each other, he was captured and he was asked for a ransom. He says he doesn't have money, for ransom, and the Prophet tells the exact amount of money that he has hidden at that time. Also, according to an authentic narration, a dangerous Jewish sorcerer named Labit once concocted a strange and effective spell to harass God's messenger. He wrapped hair and thread around a camp, bewitched it, and threw it into a well. The noble messenger told his companions, including Ali, to go and bring the spell in the well, which they did, finding it exactly as described. As they unwrapped the hair, the messenger's discomfort lessened. Again, according to an authentic narration, the noble messenger once gave the news of the dreadful fate of an apostate to a group that included such important persons as Abu Huraira and Huzaifa, saying, "One of you will enter the hellfire with a tooth bigger than Mount Uhud." Abu Huraira related, "I was afraid, as later only two remained from that group, one of which was me." Finally, the other man was killed in the Battle of Yamamah as one of the followers of Musaylimah. Musaylimah is the guy who claimed the prophethood after Prophet Muhammad. He is the liar, of course. The truth of the Prophet's prediction was thus confirmed. So the Prophet gives the information about the guy who will go to hellfire among a group, Just the two of us from that group has remained after that one. Abu Huraira and this guy. And this guy was killed in the Battle of Yamamah as one of the followers of Musaylimah. The truth of the Prophet's prediction, upon whom be peace, was thus confirmed. It is related through an authentic chain of reports that Umayr and Safwan, before they became Muslims, once decided to kill the most noble messenger for a handsome reward that had been offered them. When Umayr arrived in Medina with this intention, the messenger summoned him and, putting his hand on Umayr's chest, told him about what he had planned with Safwan. Umayr affirmed it and became a Muslim. So the guy who is planning to kill Prophet Muhammad is given the information about the plan by the Prophet and then became a Muslim. Like those mentioned above, many predictions which the noble messenger gave concerning the unseen have been recorded in the 6 best known authentic books of Hadith, together with the chains of the narrators. As for the occurrences related in this work, they are definite to the degree of consensus in meaning, being related in Bukhari and Muslim, which are accepted by the scholars as the most authentic sources after the Quran, and in the other collections like Tirmizi, Nasai, Ebu Davud, Müstedrek el-Hakim, Musnad el-Ahmed bin Hanbal, and Delail el-Bayhaqi. These are the most authentic sources actually about the hadith. Now unthinking denier do not shrug these off, saying Muhammad the Arabian was clever. Because the accurate predictions of Muhammad, peace be upon him, concerning the unseen cannot be explained except in either of the following two ways. You will either suppose that this blessed person had such piercing vision and expansive genius that he saw and knew the past and the future and all the world, beheld the east, the west, and the whole universe, and discovered what happened in the past and what will happen in the future. Such a quality is not to be found in a human being, but if it was to be, it would certainly be a wonder, a gift bestowed on him by the Creator of the world, which would itself be the greatest of miracles. Or you will believe this blessed person to be an official and a student of one, under whose disposal and observation everything stands, under whose command are all ages and all the species and realms of beings in the cosmos, in whose great ledger is recorded everything, so that he may show and communicate them to his students whenever he wishes. Thus, Muhammad the Arabian, upon whom be blessings and peace, instructs others as he himself is instructed by the Lord of Eternity. It is related in an authentic narration that when the Prophet appointed Khalid bin al-Walid to fight against Ukaydir, the head of the Dumat al-Jandal, another tribe actually, as far as I know, Dumat al-Jandal, head of the Dumat al-Jandal, the name of the leader is Ukaydir. He informed Khalid that he would find Ukaydir on a wild ox hunt, and that he would be captured without resistance. Khalid captured Ukaydir in exactly this way. So before the visit, actually, before fighting, he has informed Khalid, the commander of Prophet, that he would find Ukaydir on a wild ox hunt, and that he would be captured without resistance. This is the information given by the Prophet. Khalid captured Ukaydir in exactly this way. According to an authentic narration, when the Quraysh hung up on the wall of the Kaaba a leaf on which were written words against the Bani Hashim. Bani Hashim is the name of the Prophet's family. The Prophet said to them, there is a leaf on which were written words against the Bani Hashim. The Prophet said to them, worms have eaten the leaf except the parts bearing the names of God. They examined the leaf to find it in the same condition as had been described. According to an authentic narration, the noble messenger said, there will be a big epidemic during the conquest of Jerusalem. When Jerusalem was conquered during the Caliphate of Umar, a widespread epidemic caused in 3 days the death of about 70,000 people. So the Jerusalem, the city of Jerusalem, at that time when the Prophet is alive, it is not conquered yet, right? So there is an information given by the Prophet, there will be a big epidemic during the conquest of Jerusalem. So this there are two informations actually, not only the epidemic but also the conquest of Jerusalem. So both of them has been corrected. When Jerusalem was conquered during the Caliphate of Umar, a widespread epidemic caused in 3 days the death of about 70,000 people. 70,000 people in 3 days, being that, being that in 3 days, 70,000 people, large number actually, right? It's a large, widespread epidemic. Again, according to an authentic narration, the Prophet predicted that Basra and Baghdad would come into existence, which at that time had not been founded, that the treasure of the world would enter Baghdad, the city of Baghdad, and that the Turks and the people living on the shores of the Caspian Sea would do battle with the Arabs, and that the majority of them would later enter the fold of Islam, the Turks actually, and that among the Arabs they would come to dominate them. He said the Persians, in parentheses, non-Arabs, the Persians, will almost predominate among you, consuming your booty and smiting you. The Persians will almost predominate among you, consuming your booty and smiting you. He also said, the ruin of my community will be at the hands of the wicked ones from Quraysh, suggesting the disorder caused by the wicked leaders of the Umayyads, such as Walid and Yazid. He furthermore predicted that apostasy would take place in such areas as Yamameh. During the famous Battle of Khandak, he declared, from now on, I will make assaults on the Quraysh and their confederates, not them on me. This was also verified. According to an authentic narration, he said a few months prior to his death, one of God's bondsmen has been given a choice, and he chose that which is with God. About Zayd bin Suwahan, he said, one of his limbs will precede him to paradise. In the battle of Nihavand, one of his hands was martyred and in effect reached heaven first. One of the information given by the Prophet, one of his limbs will precede him to paradise. And in the battle of Nihavand, later on in the future, one of his hands was martyred and in effect reached heaven first. The incidents we have so far mentioned concerning predictions relating to the unseen comprise only one out of his 10 different kinds of miracles. Yet of this kind alone, we have not even mentioned 1/10. In addition to what is mentioned here, 4 general kinds of miracle concerning predictions of the unseen have been described briefly in the 25th word, which is about the miraculousness of the Quran. Now consider the kinds mentioned here together with the 4 extensive sorts communicated from the unseen by the tongue of the Quran. You will see what conclusive, indisputable, sound, brilliant, and firm proof of his messengership they form. Indeed, anyone whose heart and mind are not corrupted will of a surety believe that Muhammad, peace be upon him, was the messenger of a glorious one, who is the creator of all things, the one all-knowing of the unseen, and received knowledge from him. So we have finalized the 6th sign. We will continue reading 7th sign next time. That is all actually. A large number of miracles about the information regarding unseen, right? And we have finalized. Hopefully we will continue later on. Subhaneke la ilme lena illa ma allamtana inneke entel alimul hakim ve ahru davahum enilhamdülillahi rabbil alemin. El Fatiha.